Hey, it's your cousin engineer slash producer here. I'm here to talk about finding the right person. Okay, it's kind of hard out there. Seems like to find the right person, the person that's for you, that's attractive, that's into the things you're into, like doing the things that you're like, and even someone that can respect your boundaries or accept you for you and your traumas. I'm gonna tell you a valuable tip for finding that right person. To find that right person is you got to be a better you. You got to be a better you. That means physically, mentally, emotionally. It's hard to really find someone. You're looking for someone that's super pretty, that's super smart, that's doing all this, making a lot of money. It's really hard to find someone like that you're not when you're not or not anything. So it's really up to you to really better yourself. If you're the type of person you want someone that's in the gym, working out, nice body. This goes for male and female. It's really the hard to attract that person if you're eating bad, doing sluggish things, and not even in the gym. It's really hard to find that type of person. So it's like, how are you going to expect this from someone that's all the way up here when you're all the way down here? It's just really don't work like that. They always say you are what you attract. If you always looking for this type of person, you can never find them, and then you're settling for someone that's not, and knowing that they're not anything good, more than likely you're probably not good, or you're not in the right spaces or the right environments to find that person. So a lot of times really focus on working on yourself, learning how to be alone, working on your emotional intelligence, because a lot of times even when we do get a good person, we end up fumbling them, pushing them away because we're just not ready yet. We're just not ready yet. And we have to see that to really figure ourselves out. And a lot of times people always say, oh, I wasted 5 years, 4 years on this person. The red flags was there. You just kept ignoring it, trying to make someone become someone they're not. And that's another thing. Stop trying to make someone that they're not. If you can't accept them for them, then find somebody else. There's someone that's going to be fitting for you. So don't expect them to do this and that when you know deep down they're just not that type of person. And now you're hurting yourself and getting unstable because you're forcing something that's not them, and they can't be that type of person. It might be times they like change for a little bit, but and then end up resorting back to the same person they are. And that's not fair on them. It's not fair on you neither, like on your mind or your mindset. Because dealing with that is just a heartache, a headache, and just too much stuff to really deal with. So you really need to really focus on the type of person that you really want and really be patient. Go on dates and don't give it up so easy, because a lot of relationships is out of lust. I had a video talking about that. It's out of lust. You really don't like the person. They just attractive, look cute, handsome, or pretty, or whatever. But the sexual game is amazing. It's going to feel good, maybe, maybe not. Sometimes it's trash, but the sex is just amazing. And you, only thing you can take is the sex. But this person is damaging you mentally, damaging you physically. But only times y'all connect is when y'all having sex, because it's out of lust. And a lot of people don't think about that and realize that. They just end up getting so used to it, like always fighting all day, and then end up having sex like, oh, we're good, we're amazing. 10 minutes later, same situation. And sometimes you can't keep on doing with that, and then you get consequences. Guess what? Now you have a baby by that person. So now it's real serious because you done brought a baby into this world from lust and not even really from love. And that's why, like, they always say like wait for marriage, and I never really understood. I'm like, wait for marriage, well, I'm gonna get that now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying wait for marriage. At least wait for a few dates, couple dates, and really get to know that person mentally, physically, and spiritually. Because a lot of times when you meet a person, they're not that person that you meet. Sometimes they just throw on a facade, fake first impression, sometimes just to really get you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people fall for that, men and women. And it's just really hard to really differentiate before even getting to know that person. Like I always say, what makes a relationship strong or not even strong to really know a person, have an argument. I mean, not I'm not saying start an argument, but just see how emotional stable they are when y'all have that first argument. How y'all can communicate. Is this person shut off? Does this person wild out, start cussing, breaking things, and kind of have attitude problems? And that will really show you the signs, green or red, of the flags, if this person is really good for you or not. So best thing you can do is really work on you, learn how to be alone, love yourself for being alone, and just really keep keep your heart protected. Keep your heart protected, because going through a lot of stress, pain, it really is hard on a person. It really is have a chemical imbalance that make you age, that give you heart attacks, strokes. You don't need a person that's causing that for you. You just don't. So so what I would do is write down characteristics that you like in a person, and then write down deal breakers. Like if this person does this and this and this and this, automatically get away from that when you see that in a person, and don't try to ignore it because, well, I think he can change, or I think they can do better. It's different when you're already married. You're already married, you said your oath, whatever. And that's kind of hard too, because it's like, dang, now this person is really showing their true colors, and then now I'm in this marriage and already want a divorce and stuff. So sometimes you have to try to work things through, but don't stress too much of really working it if they're not respecting your boundaries, respecting what you do, or even respect your old past traumas, because a lot of people do have past traumas, and there's certain people out there that will accept that and really hope you cope with that. And then there's other people that will be like, why are you always this and that? Why are you always this and that? And not really realizing you went through a whole bunch of stuff, and this is why you handle things the way you think and the way that you do things. And that's another thing, be open about the things that you went through, because it's hard to really understand a person if you don't give them an understanding. So they're thinking, okay, you're level headed. I mean, not even just level headed. They're thinking like you're a cheerful person, always happy and stuff like that. And they get with you, you're like mad and stuff like that. Not even just mad, sad, or in an emotional state of, when you go through things, just puts you in a different state of mind that they are not ready for or can handle. But not knowing that you've been through things as a kid or past relationships that really make you question a lot of things, and without that communication, that can really tear a relationship apart. So that's another thing that people need to really think about and put in consideration. Lay out the honesty all on the table. I'm not saying doing like on the first date, say this and that and scare them away, but no, like eventually you really have to tell them, communicate them like, hey, the reason I act like this and think like this is because in my past I've been through so and so and so and so, and the way they react, they could be, okay, I understand, let me help you through this, or they could be like, wow, you're just crazy. No, people go through things, and there's certain people that will understand the situation because sometimes they also went through that same situation. So really focus on communication, because that's definitely key. And another thing that people don't really focus on is, where are you looking for this person? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to the clubs, the bars, the church, library, or even just randomly out on the street? Because a lot of times people, ain't nothing wrong with going to the clubs and bars and stuff like that, but a lot of times a person will find someone there, and then now all of a sudden they're mad because they party all the time, and I don't want you going to the clubs, I don't want you doing this, I don't. You found that person there, so you got to kind of expect that's their thing, and really communicate with them like, hey, I don't like you doing this, I don't like you doing that. And if they're like, okay, I'll stop, then that's your putting your boundaries out there, and they don't. It's kind of like a red flag off the rip. I mean, give them a chance to stop, but then if they go back and resort to that, you can't really be too mad, because that's where you found them. And it's kind of not fair that you really want to change someone so much. A person will find a person and try to make them into what they want them to be. And sometimes people are just not like that. Everybody grew up different. Everybody had different situations. And it's just really unfair for you to really do that to somebody. So It's just the best way to really, if you're looking for a girl that's godly, spiritual, find them at a church. I'm not saying the girls that's not at churches, at club and party and stuff are not like that, but the chances are for that type that you're looking for, they're gonna be there. They're gonna be there. Or finding a girl that's very educated, smart, uh, go to book clubs, go to libraries, or just really see the atmosphere of the vibes of where you at, coffee shops, or even just places like that. Or if you're into like gardening, growing, get out there, join little gardening groups, find someone that's doing that, not trying to push the way that you want someone onto someone. And people just do that too much, and that causes a lot of issues. That's where they say you're a narcissist, you're self-centered, and a lot of times person don't even really be like that. It's just that you're pushing you're pushing the idea that's on them that's not them. And but the whole time you've seen that. You've seen how they're lazy or don't clean up after themselves, but now you're mad that they're not doing what you expect. But really the whole time all the signs was there. So you can't even really be too mad at them. You gotta really reflect back onto you. Like, okay, I knew this person was like this from the get. What am I doing? Do I like this? Is this one of my deal breakers? I gotta cut it off. A lot of people, it's hard for them to detach because they feel like they're going to be lonely. That's what I'm saying. Find a way to love yourself alone and to be alone, to really love yourself, to if you had to do detach, you're ready. You're used to it. You know what you want. You're focused. So just really keep all that stuff in mind because it's hard really to find someone that you really like and care for. And a lot of people just settle. Don't settle. Don't settle. Really go out there, get out your comfort zone, go on dates, try new stuff, and you never know what type of person you like. You could like this type of person that does this and that, but you're when you're out there really going on dates, not having sex with them. Don't get sexual. Don't get sexual. If you could do what you do, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but that's so good advice. Don't get sexual, but you can really find out like, dang, I kind of like a guy like you. Like I never thought I would find someone like that for you. So just really keep your head on straight and really better yourself. Get in the gym, work out, work on that body that you want. Get mentally aware, get mentally smart, conscious, read books, go on walks, practice mindfulness. You'll really find the right person. Even like you're going on jogs, you're doing a little lap consistently working on good habits, you just see this person. Like, I keep seeing this person running. I like running too. I like running too. And a lot of times you never know that person could be the one. One day, hey, what is your name? I always see you on this trail, always see you walking. I think that's very cool of you, and I would like to really get to know you more. And then that's how you can really find an interest in a person, or really get to really know a person when you see them doing the same things that you're doing. And sometimes social media hides what the person really is sometimes. So don't even just depend on meeting them on social media all the time. Really go out in person, communicate, go on dates, and just find out is this a deal breaker? Are these red flags? And don't ignore them. I'm telling you, don't ignore them because there will be consequences. It's not saying like babies and all that stuff, but like consequences on you mentally and emotionally. So you people don't really think about that. And then now when you do find our right person, you're just too damaged to really even give them attention or give a care because you're gonna say, all guys are the same. No, no, just the way that you was at that state was attracting these type of men. So you have to change the way you are to attract someone that you really like. Like I said, you are who you attract. So really keep that in mind and just focus on a better you. Learn how to be alone, love to be alone, but then also be willing to get out your comfort zone to find someone and really talk, communicate, and trust. So, peace.